Arsenal nil, Newcastle United 1. You guys already know what it is. Welcome back to the channel, Jake's AFC. It's been a minute since I've done a happy match reaction. Most of the time when I look at the thumbnails, you go on the channel, my most recent thumbnails for the last 3 weeks, for the last month, really and truly, have been me holding my face like this. But today, we're getting this one, all teeth, because we finally won a game. I actually almost forgot how it felt to win a game of football. This was a day where we had to win the game. Goal difference, we shall worry about that one later because it's the same thing with Man City. On Wednesday when they played Burnley, everyone looked at that game and they were like, "Yo, Man City, they're gonna cook them up, bro. Score probably like 3, 4, 5, 6." But they only beat them 1-0. But regardless of that, the City fans were saying it was only about the 3 points. It was mainly about the 3 points. You start to worry about goal difference later. And today, that was the same thing with Arsenal today. Really and truly, it was about the 3 points because we obviously started this game week. Started this game week in second place because obviously Man City won their game. So it was imperative that we win, and we won the game 1-0. Was a tough was a tough watch. That was a very tough watch, especially as an Arsenal fan. I mean, you need to check. I suggest all Arsenal fans out there when you're watching the game, keep a blood pressure monitor by the side because this team, yeah, it's gonna give you hypertension. God forbid, no one gets hypertension, but this team is gonna it's gonna up your blood pressure to some different kinds of levels. It's not good. It's not good for the heart. But regardless, we got the win. That's all that matters. Eberechi Eze, what a finish! Obviously, actually, let's start with the lineup. Um, I wasn't fuming when I saw the lineup, but then I was like, why is he started Havertz again? Why is he started Madueke? I was okay with Odegaard starting, but then I'd have rather seen him in the midfield with Rice, and then you play Odegaard and Eze as the two tens. But I mean, listen, Havertz obviously went off at some point. You know, I'm even going to find this analysis. We got the goal, early goal. Actually, Newcastle. Let's first start with the fast result. Like Newcastle could have been 1-0 up in the first minute, and I was like, why are they? How has Osula been allowed to get into the box just like that? It's like there was no one near him, there was no one challenging him, and he completely missed the ball. He went for the shot and he completely missed the ball. If this guy had more tech on him, we're probably 1-0 down in the first minute. But anyway, after that, Arsenal went 1-0 up and Eze. And it's nice to see that we did something different in terms of our set pieces, in terms of our corners. Because usually we just lump the ball into the box and then either one of our players heads it in for a goal. But this time, Madueke passed the ball to Havertz. No, Madueke, I think it was to Odegaard, and then Odegaard to Havertz. No, it was Madueke to Havertz, and then Havertz laid it off. Eberechi Eze. What a finish, man. What a finish from Eze. And bro, I keep on telling everyone, this guy is probably our best player. This guy is like if I'm looking at a player in this team in that attack who can come up with moments of individual brilliance, it has to be Eberechi Eze. Like, what a goal that was. What a finish that was, man. Like, he wrapped that. And he nearly scored before that, man. He nearly scored a few minutes before that. Newcastle didn't get the warning. And then Eberechi Eze, right foot, first time finish. Top bins. What a goal. Arsenal go on and up. And after that, really and truly after that, it's like we kind of sat back. It's like we kind of sat back and Newcastle had most of the chances. They had most of the shots in that first half. They weren't really threatening. I don't think Newcastle were really threatening. They were just having those half chances, like just those random shots. You know, when you're playing FIFA with your homies, yeah, and then you can tell that you're getting cooked by the person you're playing against. So you're like, you know what? I'm just gonna shoot from even from the halfway line, yeah, just to have an influence of this game, an influence on this game. I've done that before, being getting cooked in FIFA games, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take a random shot here, just to show that I've had some intent in the game. But anyway, regardless, yeah. So we went into halftime, 1-0 up. As I said, Arsenal weren't really threatening, Newcastle weren't really threatening. But second half started and we're playing a bit sloppy, giving the ball away. Saliba, there was a few times I saw there was a specific time where he pissed me off because he literally runs, killed all the Newcastle players. There was an open pass for him, and then he literally cuts back, and then he loses the ball. On another day, that could have led to something worse. So we needed to stop. We need to cut that out. We need to cut those kind of we need to cut those kind of plays from out of our game. We need to cut it off from our game because this stuff of passing the ball away foolish, giving the ball away foolishly, taking too long with the ball, underhitting, overhitting passes needs to stop. Um, because you can tell that that makes the fans very nervous. That makes the fans very nervous. And but this is the football game. We're in a title race. We're always gonna be nervous, especially at home. But I feel like Newcastle they started to go into the game. Obviously, like I said, they weren't really and truly only having half chances, shots from outside the box. The only opportunity think which was a big opportunity was when Voltamada played in Johan Wissa. Very good pass. I thought that was in the back of the net. As soon as I saw Visa 1-on-1 with Raya, um, I thought I thought that was gonna. I thought the bulge, the bulge, I thought the ball was gonna bulge in the back of the net. So yeah, big up Wisa for missing that shot. But apart from that, Newcastle weren't really threatening. Like they weren't really threatening us, not really. But in terms of our play in the second half, I think Rice pissed me off today, man. Declan Rice, you know you're my guy, bro. But today you weren't the normal basmati rice, man. Today you turned into couscous, bro. You turned into risotto, bro. A few times you are not driving for actually no actually the specific part where which annoyed me was when you've gotten the ball on the transition, you have a clear run at goal, clear opportunity to take the shot first time, and then you dilly dallied. You were trying to walk the ball into the net. Right, you know you can shoot the ball, man. You've literally scored two free kicks against Real Madrid in the past. We've seen you score many goals from outside the box, so I don't know why you tried to walk that ball into the back of the net. You should have just taken the shot, man. But I feel like at this point of the season, Rice looks like he's very tired. He looks knackered, bro. He looks very tired. Before he was having big impacts on the game, he was dictating the play. Okay, he's not that kind of player, but then you could tell Rice was. I feel like his performances have kind of dipped over the last couple of weeks. Actually, over the last month, I would say over the last month, Rice's performances have dipped. But I don't think he was bad, but he should have done better with that chance. Zubimendi was okay. I think today he looked much better in receiving the ball under pressure because usually we know in the big games, Zubimendi can't really receive the ball under pressure. We've seen that in a couple of games, but today I think he did better in that aspect. Could have had another opportunity. Could have had an opportunity to score himself when I believe it was Madueke laid off the chance for him, and he kind of scuffed the shots. I think the shots he literally basically caught the ball under his leg. So I don't know. Should have done better with that opportunity, but that was really and truly the game. Jokeres, I think you should have done better with that chance. We had a clear, I don't know what it was, 1, 2 on 3, 3 on whatever. We had a clear opportunity on that transition. And Jokeres, I feel like you held the ball a bit too long over there. And then you give off a poor pass. If you pass it nicely, or if you give the ball a few seconds earlier. Saka is in, puts the ball in the back of the net, 2-0, game done. But regardless, we still got the job done. But Jokeris, you need to improve in that aspect because you know Jokeris is my guy, yeah. But some of your overall gameplay needs to improve. But we also need to create chances for Jokeris. Play him in. Odegaard had a point where Odegaard, you did that too many times as well today, man. You could have played both your Havertz in the first half and Jokeris in the second half, and but this guy, you know what he does? Keep on telling, man. Taking all those touches, man. This guy, Martin Odegaard, bro. I don't think you are bad at all. Odegaard doesn't really have bad performances, but then he doesn't really have great performances. He's just a player who keeps the ball, keeps the game ticking, he keeps the play ticking. Good on the ball, and that's all he does. That's all he does. But in terms of the man of the match for me, actually, special shout to Saka, bro. Saka, you know I've been cooking you a lot this season. You're my guy, but then you know I've been flaming you too many times this season because the performances haven't been good. But when you came on in that second half, I believe it was the 75th minute. I feel like you looked decent. You had a decent performance. You had a decent cameo, and you were unlucky. You were unlucky not to get the goal. Um, Nick Pope made a decent save, and it obviously came from Dan Burns' block. But then when you cut inside and then took the shot, it looked like it was going in. But in terms of your overall play, you looked more energized today than you have been over the last couple of months. So it's good to see Bukayo back on the pitch. Hopefully, we haven't rushed him back. I feel like we have, but then listen, at this stage of the season, you need your best players, man, and Bukayo is one of them. So big up Saka. For me, man of the match has to be Piero Hincapié. Piero Hincapié, the Ecuadorian master, the Ecuadorian general, the Ecuadorian chairman, the Ecuadorian, you know the rest. Um, Hincapié, we need to be signing this guy into a permanent deal in the summer. I've said it too many times. That tackle, yeah, the way this guy plays like his life is on the line. Like genuinely, when you watch Hincapié playing football, yeah, it's like someone has a gun to his head, yeah. Every game, it's like before he walks onto the pitch before every match, yeah. You would think that someone is holding his family hostage, man, the way this guy plays. Obviously, we don't want people's families to be held hostage, but then the way this guy plays, he plays like his life is on the line. Every tackle puts meaning into it. Physicality, physicality. His attacking game needs to improve a bit more, but his defensive capabilities proper. This guy, you can't mess around with Hincapié, man. Everyone who comes up against Hincapié, yeah. Hincapié, whenever he goes home, when he's emptying his pockets, he removes his keys, he removes his wallet. Today he's gonna remove man of the match performance, the man of the match award, and he also removes the players he's been facing up against. Because today Elanga thought he could try and outpace Hincapié. Hincapié literally he was like, held the guy and then tackled him. Tackled him. He was like, give me the ball, man. What are you doing, man? You think you can just run at me like this? So Hincapié, big up yourself, man. This Pepsi is to you, Piero. But we did the job today, man. Like I said, we did the job. Today was all about the 3 points. Genuinely all about the 3 points. Um, 4 more games to go. Hopefully we're gonna win them all. We basically don't even leave London because we got 2 more games at home. And then we have West Ham away, which is in London, and we have Palace away on the last day of the season, which is in London as well. So top of the league. We've got Atletico in the midweek, and then we've got Fulham at home next week. So we basically play by the time by the time Man City next kick off in the Premier League, we could be, God willing, we could be 6 points clear in the table. So Arsenal will just do the job, man. Just win the league this season, man. It's been a long season. Big up everyone, as I always say. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you share the video with the families, with the friends, with the loved ones. Share it with everyone. Big up.